Now, there are many, 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 many different types of approaches to the writing of the fractal majuscules. So I'm going to run through a series of letters that I've been doing some research on, not to scare you, but really to sort of excite you about the possibility of what we're going to touch on in this class. Obviously, we're not going to touch on each form of these letters, but giving you a sense of what they look like, how they work, and how you can add them into your writing of Fraktur is really important. So I'm going to write small because it takes a lot of paper as well as sort of time and effort to do this. I'm just going to run through a series of these letters. So we have some simplified cadelles. So these are called false cadelles because they're constructed from series of separate shapes rather than made up from writing continuously. And we'll get into some of the A's. And you can see there's some fairly swift movements that I'm employing. As well as working on the corner of the nib. So it's not light. Oh. Now, this is a good to use the thicker side of the tool. So this is one of the letters we see out of the Gutenberg Bible. And we can see it's very sort of quadrata-like, but it has, that sort of Fraktur sense to it. Obviously, I will not be teaching you in this class but I think it's important to see some of the more fun applications that we can have with the script. And quite a lot of it requires fairly deft movements. You know, I'm really taking my time with this. In my research, sort of blunted this poor Zig marker. So those are some of the more decorative letters that we can find in Fraktur. And you can see it's, you know, the flourishes look different, but there's a real sense of a pattern to them. And really see how the patterns work and how they sort of hold together and how they work with this opening up of a sort of equidistant line, which starts at similar focal point. So in my flourishing workshop, I talk about how this focal point actually moves. It's not stationary. It just sort of travels a little bit with the tool as you start working with these different kinds of lines.